Hi guys, welcome in second episode of Configuring Manageable Network. So in today's episode we are going to secure our whole setup, because right now, as you can see, I've got IP address from DHCP, which DHCP server is configured on our MikroTik router, and I right now connected to TP-Link manageable switch. And without any problem, I can SSH to this switch. As you see, I had no problem. And also, I see our MikroTik router in neighbors. I can log into it via gateway of DHCP server or using gateway of management VLAN. So we need to get rid of all these security leaks. I can call that. So let's get into it. But first, quick correction from the last video where I kinda messed up because I used a public IP range for our management VLAN, which is 172.0.50.1. It works technically, but it's definitely how you shouldn't do it. For private networks, you should always use RFC 1918 ranges, which are pasted right now on your screens. Otherwise, you can run into some really weird issues with routing, VPNs, or DNS issues. So, first, let's fix it properly. So let's log in to our switch. Let's show run config. Let's go to interface VLAN 50. Let's go IP address 172.16.0.2, same subnet, and the gateway is 16.0.1. We press OK. We lost connection to this switch. But the thing we need to do, we need to edit our management network like that. And after that, we should be able to ping both devices. And we can relog into that switch using new IP address. It's not this. It's 0.2. And we are on the switch again with properly configured private IP range, not like the video before. Okay, so as you could have seen before, we have logged in to this MikroTik without password. So first thing is to password setup. Which is done right now. Password is working. Second thing is discovery settings of this device. So let's go to IP neighbors, discovery settings, none. And we can't see this device in our neighbors. So right now we should run nmap to our on our management VLAN subnet. And as we can see on our MikroTik, we have many open ports also on our switch. So to disable all unnecessary services on MikroTik, we need to go to AP services and simply disable the services we don't need by selecting the service and clicking X button. So we've done it. We can nmap MikroTik. Okay, port 2000 is still open. It's bandwidth server on MikroTik, so we need to go to tools, vtest server, disable it, and we have only 2 service ports, so SSH and Winbox. Okay, right now let's get into our firewall. As I mentioned before and I've shown before, we have IP address from DHCP, so 192.168.10.254. So let's get into our MikroTik. So first, what I've done before, we can bound our IP address to static IP address. Somewhere here we could make it static by just clicking make static button. I've done this, I don't know when, but yeah, after that, when our IP is static, we can go to IP firewall, and our first rule is going to be input rule from source address, so our IP address, so 10.254, destination address 00/24, protocol 6, destination port 22, 23, 80, 443, and 8291. Second rule is going to be forward rule with action accept from the same source address and the same destination address, and also the same destination port. And right now we are creating input rule drop for source address 000/0, so all IP address, to destination address 16.00/24, protocol 6, destination port 22, 23, 80, 443, and 8291. And then we are going to create forward drop rule for source address again 000/0 to destination address to our management VLAN IP pool, protocol 6, destination port 22, 3, 80, 443, 8291. Let's press OK. So right now, as I mentioned before, we have 10.254 IP address. So the IP address on which we should be able to access all our devices in our management network. So first we can access MikroTik, and now we can access our switch. So right now let's change IP configuration. As you see, right now my IP address is 1020, and I can't access a MikroTik device, and I shouldn't be able to access our TP-Link switch also. Okay, don't wait, let's make nmap As you see, for MikroTik device it's all filtered, and for TP-Link switch, as you see, there is no response, so all scanned ports are filtered, but we can still access this MikroTik using DHCP pool gateway IP. So let's create another rule with input chain action accept source address our IP address with destination address the gateway of the network protocol 6 and destination ports 223, 80, 443 and 8291. Okay, and let's copy this rule with chain input source address all of the IP addresses, destination address also this, with action drop, and right now we shouldn't be able to access this device from this IP address. Go for 11.1 now. And create the same rules for this IP. So destination address 11.1, which we are accepting, and this 11.1, which we are dropping. And right now we can't access this device from this IP also, but when we are going to change our IP configuration, we can already connect to both or 3 IP addresses. I think that's all for this video. In next episode we are going to configure our Wi-Fi connection with a UniFi controller locally on our PC. We're going to configure UniFi AP. So if you have any questions related to this video, write in the comments, and see you in next video. Bye.